All right, we are live. Welcome back
Right.
to another episode of MCW, episode 4. My name's Jordan.
I'm Brandon.
Let's get it started.
Let's get it going.
We recording much later in the week than normal, but life happens.
Life happens,
So now
baby.
we're going to be recording tomorrow too. So I'm going to try and upload. I was delayed. I'm still delayed with uploading our last episode too because what I used to make the thumbnails completely crashed and I have no idea how to do anything else anywhere else. So
Oh no.
I had to completely restart from scratch the thumbnail that I was putting in hours on.
It's alright. So we gotta start from scratch, remake yourself,
Rebuild.
pick yourself back up, and rebuild it. Kind of like Damian Priest did his entire professional wrestling career. And El Champion started off this week's Raw by whooping Gunther's behind up and down the stadium. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
that was
I,
a unexpected way to start, to say the least. I didn't think it was gonna go like that.
right? And
I didn't think it was gonna.
Gunther cut another crazy promo too, just like letting him know, I'm the ring general. You're a bum. Everyone here is a bum, and I can't wait to take this title off you.
Yep.
And Priest came out, threw the microphone in the air, shrugged his shoulders, and just went to pound town on it. It was great.
Well,
It
he
was great.
literally said, he said, Judgment Day is collectively street trash. You're a bum, a pretender, and a wannabe. He says he wants to lift the burden off of Damien's shoulders and hand over the
Mm,
title. And he said he can go back to the trailer park.
mm,
I was like, damn,
bars.
damn.
I want to lift the burden off your shoulder. I know it's heavy. It's too heavy for you. Street trash. El
And
Champion's not having it though. El
heavy,
Champion.
heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Gunther's not wearing it.
That's right. We has a little king
That,
of he has a crown though, the king of ring crown.
yeah,
That he
but
refuses
that
to.
gone straight to his head, straight, bro. I have never heard him speak like this to another human being on the roster before, bro.
Mm. I
And
mean,
I
he
think
gets
like,
pretty spicy.
yeah. And I'm like, every time I see a segment, I'm like, that was crazy. I was like, he not gonna get any worse, and he ups it the next week. Really?
That's right. And they brought they had the referees come, pull them apart. Security came, pull them apart.
They
Jason Jordan made another cameo. This time not for Braun Breaker.
they made they brawled literally from the ring all the way to like all the way through to commercial. And they came back from
Yes.
commercial. They were still brawling, and they were like
Yes.
by like the entrance slash exit to go outside to the outside the arena. I was like, damn, bro. They really just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. And I mean, the fight across the whole arena, have all those people break them up, and then shockingly, um, Adam Pierce, the GM. Am I getting my GMs mixed up? Yeah, no, I'm not. It's
no, you're
cool.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, he bans them both for the night. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they're
Mm-hmm.
both coming back to finish this, but that
Mm-hmm.
didn't quite.
Yeah, I was normally when he bans somebody, they make an appearance still.
Yeah, they come right back later on that night from the crowd. I thought for sure that would happen, but it didn't. But that was like you said, it was an unexpected way to open the show, but it opened it up though. Got things started off on the right foot.
Yeah, it got it off hot because after that they had a I would say it was a banger, but it wasn't. Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. It wasn't.
I quite enjoyed this match actually.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't.
Okay, maybe not a banger, but it was intense, physical. They were trading control throughout the match, and then it went to the apron, cool apron spots, both men.
Mm-hmm.
And then your boy. Braun Breaker, the breaker of things, power bombs Ilja Dragunov, but his head clips the apron on the way down, and then he gets slammed to the mats, to the outside mats, hard, to the point where the ref looks at him and stops the match because he
Yeah,
can't compete.
it was like it was weird. They did a lot of stuff in that match that I've like some of it I've never seen before. And I think the one thing, like, it showcased both of their movesets incredibly. Like,
Yes.
I think the thing that was crazy was when Braun like had Ilya, and I thought he was gonna like suplex him over, like off of the like from one side of the ring post onto the outside of the ring, but he literally just like picks him up and just drops him on the turnbuckle or on the
Yeah.
ring post. And I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I thought he was something else, but he hung him up on the top of the ring post. Like, oh wow,
Yep.
still hurts, still hurts,
And then he that was just a crazy like just like fast paced like hard hitting match.
yes,
I'm not a
yes.
fan of how it ended in a way.
Oh, you're not a fan of Braun Breaker breaking things
You
and
should
breaking people?
no. I'm a bigger fan of Ilya than I am of Braun Breaker, to be honest. I love Ilya
You're
though.
like a Braun Breaker stan.
Nah,
So,
bro.
so it upset you to watch Braun Breaker possibly maim Dragunov for the rest of his career.
No. I'd rather see him maim Sami Zayn. Like he can still maim people, but like I think it's just early for to put Ilya in that category because Ilya's whole character is that he literally fights through anything and comes back through anything. So I think
Yeah.
like if they should just give him like the
Well,
honestly
he
they
didn't
should
come back. He didn't come back from that power bomb. He was lights out.
yeah.
TKO. I never seen him be TKO before. I seen him get pinned. Never seen him tap out. But I seen him be pinned.
I've
Count out.
seen it a few times. I can't say I'm like a big fan of like the whole ref stoppage thing because it's kind of like I don't know. I think the last time I really paid attention where the ref stopped a match was like
The Fiend.
Seth and the Fiend.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yep.
like the last time I really paid like last time I like actually like noticed it and it like seemed weird that they stopped it that way. I think, but like I don't know because like he hit. I like the thing Pat calls it too, where he calls it a Breakensteiner now instead of a Frankensteiner, where he like runs and hits the basically like the Hurricane Rana off the top rope. That shit's sick. And
And he
then
did a little pose beforehand, like, I was like, okay.
yep, I love when he always hits the pose beforehand too. It's always just like there's sometimes where he looks like he's about to like he's about to fall,
Right.
and I like how he the way he does it too. It's more of like a it's less of a traditional Hurricane Rana because he kind of just like hops up and then he just like the way it looks like his legs aren't like it looks like his legs are still like loose in a way where he could like if somebody wanted to reverse it, all they would have to do is just hold on to the ropes and he would just fall back down.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like sometimes it's like is he gonna screw this up because like his like placement doesn't seem right or something, but he always gets it off cleanly. But Ilya hit a super H bomb from the middle rope, and Braun rolled out to the ring, rolled out to the outside of the ring. Ilya hit like basically like an AA on the ring apron,
Got
and
one on the shoulders.
then goes to jump off, and Braun just spears him out of midair. And I was like, damn.
That's what it wasn't a power bomb, it was a spear.
Yeah.
It was a spear, and his head clipped the apron. That was not supposed to happen like that.
I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I feel like it probably wasn't. I'm leaning more towards it wasn't.
There's no.
But at the same time, I don't know how they were planning on ending that match because you don't want to just like literally have Ilya not really like lose again because he technically won by DQ the week before, but he still didn't. I can't remember the last time I've seen Ilya get like a definitive pinfall on somebody.
Ricochet. Last time I could think of it.
How long ago was that? Like a month or so?
I mean, Ricochet hasn't been on Raw in a minute, right?
Exactly. So I was like, I don't know how they're if you have Ilya get pinned or submitted, then it's kind of like it seems like it's like, well, what are your plans for him? It just makes him seem like an enhancement. It basically puts him in like the next Ricochet category, where he makes everybody look good, but he just eats the loss. He just counts the lights. That's what he shouldn't be. Or I wouldn't even, yeah, I'd say like Ricochet or like, yeah.
No, I mean, if that's Dragunov's role for a little bit, that's fine. If that's his role for a little bit, that's not the worst thing.
It's not, but I feel like he's just gonna. I don't know. I feel like there's so many other different like people on the roster who can fill that role in a way where Ilya could be the one pinning them, and not him being. You're gonna hate what I have to say, but Xavier Woods, he's that man. He'll make somebody look great. He just made Karrion Kross look great, and then got pinned.
Gonna say, got what's not? Just what are they called? Final Testament.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's made them relevant all by himself. Him and Kofi, they got them relevant.
But I'm
And
like,
and as long as Big E's not around, that's whatever. If you want to have Xavier Woods as a single guy, or even a New Day as that, because New Day has functioned as that. Remember they lost to Gunther's cronies in the tag team war.
yeah,
They lost a feud. I was like,
they haven't been doing nothing with it. Just for them to break up, period. Too. And I'm like, what's the?
exactly. I'm like, you want these guys beat the New Day?
I was like, what's the point? What was the point of that? So yeah, they could just be jobbers.
I mean, that's what it's looking like. But I mean, someone has to do it. But I was waiting for Big E to come back so the New Day can be in their proper place, the top of the card,
No.
winning the tag champions, winning the tag team championships, carrying entire companies on their back with their fun promos. Who?
I'll tell you who.
And I'll be right there eating my bootios.
You lost me. You lost. You certainly lost me, sir. You lost me. No.
What would you give the match though? To bring it back to Braun and Dragunov.
I give it a B plus.
Plus, I give it a C minus, man.
You give it a C minus.
He hurt Ilja. He hurt Dragunov. He hurt him for real. He was not supposed to clip his head on the apron. There's no way.
But you said it was a banger.
It was a banger, but he really got hurt in real life. Like, I think Dragunov was really hurt. I think he's really concussed. He was like, when the ref went to go check on him, then they show her throw up the X, the official he's hurt thing. But he was like,
yeah, but Ilya always sells like that. He sells like he got shot in the head from a simple little like super kick. Ilya sells everything. Ilya always oversells. He sells like Dolph Ziggler.
I mean, that was a bad. It ended up being a terrible thing for Dolph.
Huh?
You know what though? Now that you mentioned Dolph Ziggler, Dragunov could be the next Dolph.
No, bro. No.
You know,
The most underused person on the roster?
Underused? Dolph is used.
You're with Vince. You're not used correctly.
Right, he wasn't used correctly. He was used though. Well, Dolph was wrestling every night. Monday night.
Yeah, but he counted the lights so much.
What do you mean?
He just ate the pinfall so much.
Yes.
Why would Ilya need to do that?
I was a huge Dolph Ziggler fan. I remember. I was like, dang, Dolph, you little Zigzag don't put nobody down.
Bro, all the way back to like the Dolph and Kofi feud over the old Intercontinental Championship. That's how far back I remember watching Dolph Ziggler. I remember when Dolph Ziggler cashed in for World Heavyweight Championship.
Remember that on Del Rio. Remember
I,
when he
I,
got it with and Big E and AJ Lee were there celebrate with him.
I swore from that moment on that man was going to be in the main card for a very long time. Sure enough, Vince being Vince.
You still on TV? You got a better deal than Jack Swagger.
He got a what?
A better deal than Jack Swagger.
Yeah, but then his name was Jack Swagger. He had nothing. He was bland. He shouldn't even won the Money in the Bank briefcase that year at WrestleMania 26. Swagger should not.
Jack Swagger won a briefcase?
Yes, he cashed in
On
and
who?
won.
On who?
I think he cashed in on.
On Dolph.
No, it was
CM Punk?
Chris Jericho. Swagger was supposed to be I don't know what because what was that match at WrestleMania? I think it was Jericho and Edge for the world title at WrestleMania 26. I think Jericho won. I think. And then Swagger cashed in on him like a few I don't know if it was like the following SmackDown or when it was, but he cashed in and won. And he had the most bland fucking celebration I've ever seen. No type of like the crowd didn't care. It was whack. It was a wasted briefcase. It was just that was the final Money in the Bank before they took it to before they made it its own pay-per-view. He won the final WrestleMania Money in the Bank.
The more you know. Jack Swagger. The final MITB winner of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he was so mid, and they're like, never ever again.
So stupid. But yeah, no, that I don't want Ilya to turn into a lackluster character where he has the ability to he performs every I don't want him to perform night in and night out and not get the recognition from management, but he has the recognition from the fans. Because I feel like at that point it's kind of like what are we doing? Like why am I still in this company if you don't like Ilya definitely has potential to be in the main title card for a while, whether world champion, WWE champion, maybe like 5 years he can be WWE champion. But like, bro, don't turn him into Dolph Ziggler where he's the best, one of the best people on the roster performing, and he just counts the lights. Don't do that.
He's gonna be counting Jordan for a little bit. It's okay. Everyone goes through it. He's gonna go through his this is his jobbing season. You
Mm-hmm.
know? This is his jobbing season. You know how you go through seasons sometimes? This is jobbing season. And he'll get to his winning season eventually. Probably on SmackDown. You know. United States champion, maybe.
I think
I like Dragunov. I like Dragunov a lot, and I don't really hope that for him. I do kind of see him filling that void because they need someone to do it. Why not?
I think he's gonna fill the Intercontinental Championship spot because I think they're gonna start to transition into Sammy and Jay um going to SmackDown, and I think that they're gonna need a lot of mid card and upper like main card talent, and they're gonna have to start building that up. So I know they're obviously I think they're just gonna do like the whole trade thing that they did when Cody got Jay traded to Raw or whatever. I think they're gonna do that again, and I think they're gonna I think they're gonna get some bigger names. Maybe not bigger names. I don't know. Maybe LA Knight. You could do that. Yo, honestly, they should do that. They should do that.
Should do what?
They should trade. It's tough though. They should, I was gonna say if Sammy for some reason keeps the Intercontinental Championship, there's not many people they could trade him for on SmackDown. That's like a believable trade, like how they traded Kevin Owens for Jey Uso. Like if they put Sammy and Jay into the Bloodline story, they would have to trade two people. Who on SmackDown are they trading? Maybe KO again, but like why? They could trade like if Sammy was still Intercontinental Champion, they could trade Sammy for LA Knight if he was US champion if he wins. They could just do a champion for champion trade.
They don't gotta include Sammy.
Hmm?
They don't gotta include Sammy in the trade. Just get Jay over there.
Who do they have? Who else do they have to fill that void? From that fits like the OG bloodline.
You have Jimmy, Jay, and Roman.
Yeah, it's 3v4.
And Cody.
Bro. They need to get Cody out of there. I think that's why they're starting to do they're starting to hint at The Rock. Or when The Rock got injured, they started to like have Randy look at the title a little bit more. I think they might be pushing that. And
who got injured?
Rock, when he was filming his movie, he got like that. He got like the same thing that John Cena got, where he like his elbow. He had a pop bursa sack in his elbow, so like swelled up to like the size of a softball, and they didn't know how like serious it might have been. So I feel like they low key might have just like started to like plant seeds for Randy turning on Cody. I think they should go that way. I think they should just take Cody out of the whole bloodline stuff. Honestly, once Roman comes back, just have Cody win against Solo and just take him out of the bloodline stuff.
Why?
He doesn't need to be in it because then it just holds up the title. I want to see the title defended. I don't want to see the title in a War Games match.
It is going to be defended.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to see it tied up with like the bloodline again. I feel like that's just I've seen that already for 3.5 years. And for somebody who's like not even a bloodline member, I don't know. I think they're gonna do Sammy because why else have him and Jay pin the later on in the night, but pin the tag team champions. And they did their OG handshake.
Let's revisit this when we talk about SmackDown, make some good points, and talk about the main event for Raw. After the match, so I gave it to C, gave it to B. After the match, we had a segment with Judgment Day with Rhea trying to reinsert herself as the leader, letting us know that Damian has been gone, banned for the night. And then Jey Uso comes up. Jey Uso comes up and is like, "Hey, we need to take care of this guy. We need to beat him down. To let him know that where his place is here. Monday Night Raw's beneath Judgment Day." And I'm not quoting directly here, but Rhea says, "No one touches Jey Uso. He's not a problem. Don't touch Jey Uso. Don't worry about Jey Uso." Finn Balor questions her, like really questions her, like, "What are you defending Jey Uso?" And then Finn Balor goes as far as to let Dominic know, "Hey, you need to handle Jey Uso." And Judgment Day goes on a manhunt against Rhea's wishes, really. They go on a manhunt for Jey Uso. And I found that, for me, I was like, I did see something on Twitter about this as well, but it showed that, like, Finn talking like a leader instead of like taking directions.
Mm.
Rhea showing a little soft spot for Jey Uso. Oh, also earlier in that segment, Dominic expressed himself to Rhea like, "Hey, I see online you're talking online, and
Getting your number and you saying yeet, yeah.
yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I know I'm yours, but I don't like that." And then she goes like, "You like what you've been doing with Liv Morgan?" I was like, "Oh boy, Dom, you just don't see this, huh?"
Yep.
Maybe Dom does.
She's like, I've been watching what you're doing on socials too. So that's what you and Liv Morgan have been doing.
Right. So I like the segment a lot. It set up a lot of things for the rest of the night. Planted some seeds. What do you think about the segment?
Um, I thought it was good. I think I honestly think that Dom is turning on Rhea. I don't know. I mean, I like what they're doing. I feel like it's just kind of drawn out in a way.
I love it. I love the slow burn.
And I don't mind this like long term storytelling, but I feel like it just kind of gets repetitive every week in a way. This week was a little bit different though because um it essentially goes from like it acknowledges like how Rhea's like what Rhea did. I like what am I trying to say? I like how they're tying in social media more often now. Where like Jackie Redmond is posting stuff on social media of like her just asking people about the whole situation, and now they're including that where like say not too many people are like really paying attention to like what they post on like X and Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Now people are going to be tuning in more and they're going to be getting more clicks, more views, more likes on the stuff that they do online to build into the story as well. Just so that they can encompass like if you're not paying attention besides like the weekly shows, we also build the story online as well. When the cameras like aren't necessarily rolling on live TV, we post.
Right, help engage the audience, help
Yeah,
to the story.
and it just
I'm
gets
right there.
talking.
Yeah, I like that too, and like how it's not being overdone. Like I remember, because during the Vince era, it's always in and out. Wasn't watching too consistently after a certain point, but I do remember at one point when like the Divas Revolution when that was happening,
Mm.
used to like it was a big deal to have their acts on there when they came out, like at whatever WWE
Mm-hmm.
at name. Remember they were doing that, and that's when like they first tried to incorporate online stuff into their stories, and it was just like so forced and unnatural. But now it's much more believable,
I
and just like concise, like just put together versus before.
Yeah,
Less.
I think they still do. Do they still do the social media tags too?
I don't think so. They
I
might though.
I feel like they do, but I also might just be thinking of like the WWE video games because I know they do that in there too, where they actually have the people's like tags and stuff. But I'll have to see because I have Raw running right now. I'll have to see next time they do an entrance. I'll take a look and see if they have it up there. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, but back then it was very like it was also kind of like Vince hated if you got yourself over on social media.
Remember Zack Ryder?
Yep,
I'm just trying to get over, baby.
yep.
Trying to get over. And they
Zack
hated him for it. They hated him.
Zack Ryder was literally the Joe Hendry before Joe Hendry became who he is today. That was Zack Ryder.
And I do believe in Joe Hendry. I was on the fence before, even after his tag team match with Trick Williams, but the most recent NXT just put it over the top. He's going to do a performance. I know
Yep,
we're way off the beat, but he's going to do a live performance at the Great American Bash.
yep.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
See,
I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh,
I told you. I told you. It's just the whole like I didn't know who he was at all because I never really paid attention to TNA until they started doing the whole like NX. I think they're calling it like NXTNA, where they're doing a collab with NXT.
mm-hmm.
I never really paid attention to TNA until they started doing the whole collab with NXT, and then once they started doing that, but I kept hearing the Joe Hendry theme whenever I was watching like live streams on like Santi's app's channel and stuff, and they'd always be like spamming for like do Joe Hendry, do Joe Hendry. I'm like, who is this? And I looked him up, and I'm like, oh, he's in TNA, and I'm like, why are they
Right now,
spamming this? It's like,
yeah,
why the fuck are they spamming this? And then I like actually like started to like see him more and more. And then when they did the whole TNA thing, I was like, damn, if they don't bring Joe Hendry over to WWE, that's kind of a missed opportunity.
hey, they're not stupid,
Here he is.
right? They're trying to get that money.
I am waiting for them. I'm waiting for him to be on the main roster though. I feel like they're gonna hold off until AJ goes to TNA.
Enjoy him now on NXT when it's pure and beautiful.
I mean, I think the only thing that I'm like holding on to is that he literally looked at Sean and was like, "I'll be on any show, I can appear on any show, like anywhere. Just say his name." And I'm like, any show clearly means that he's talking about any like main event shows too.
And Shawn Michaels looked right at that camera and said,
I believe.
but back to Monday Night Raw. Back to Monday Night Raw. So that Judgment Day segment happens, and then they go out looking for Jay. Right? They go out looking for Jay. Now, is there a match in between them looking for Jay and?
Yes,
Okay,
it's Lyra and Sonya, which
that's the match.
yeah. And I said, why do they put? My note was, why do they still put Lyra with Katana and Kaden Carter?
Okay, I have a little. Yeah, we can just talk about that now. So, I mean, they have to. They're doing trios. They're doing trios essentially. That's what it looks like.
Stupid. But if they're doing trios, then why have Zelina? Like, just put Zelina with them, bro.
Boom, you can say that. But they want to feature Lyra. Lyra is look, Lyra could go, man. She's a great. I don't know if great maybe too soon, but she's very good in the ring. I don't really care for the feather stuff, but like she wins the feather, add the feather to her costume, whatever. I don't really like that part, but
Oh, like kind of like her like Viking Valk. She, what she reminds me of? She reminds me of
yeah, the
Is her name
Viking.
is her name Valkyrie from
Yeah,
Thor: Love and Thunder?
sure.
She rides the horse, the black girl. She rides the horse.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson,
Yes, yes. She reminds me of her. She
the
is
magnificent
like that Viking esque sort of um
Amazonian
persona.
warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's open. Her and Sonya had a good match. The MMA buddies definitely interfered. Zoe and Shayna.
Yep.
Uh, KC Square was there. They didn't do much to counter it. But Sonya gets the win. Her trio needs the momentum. Lyra still early. She was in, and like to me, like people complain, oh, NXT people are losing, or she just got called up so early for her to lose. Nah, she won a lot. She won in the Queen of Ring tournament. She won her Money in the Bank qualifier.
Yeah.
She's won enough. Like, it's okay. She has enough credibility to take this out, which speaks to how good she's been on the main roster. But I really like this match, though. I like the match. I gave it just a solid B. No plus. No, B minus, because KC Squared needs to be a little bit stronger if they're going to be out there. So B minus for me for this match.
I give it a C because KC Squared is not a believable, like, formidable opponent to go up against MMA people.
Former tag champs.
Those titles don't mean nothing. You know that they do not care about those titles, bro.
So it's looking like I don't really care about the tag team division, which is
They do
crazy.
not care about the women. The women's tag team titles are cursed too. They're cursed. Everyone who's always had the title always ends up getting injured at some point. I think it was recently when like Jade and Bianca won that it was like one of the first people who didn't get injured because Sonya was a tag champion before and then she got injured.
I can believe
There's
that.
a lot of tag champions that got injured, and
Was
that's why I
her
feel.
and Mandy Rose champions?
I think so
I do remember that. I remember that segment. That storyline was nuts.
because that's what I don't even remember the storyline, but I remember. Yeah, it was her. Yeah, because I think that's when she got hurt. That's when she originally got hurt.
Yeah, I remember that storyline. I remember Otis and Mandy Rose storyline.
Oh
Mandy Rose
yeah,
was killing it before she wasn't. Until she wasn't, rather.
who Mandy?
Yeah.
Mandy was always killing it. Vince just didn't want her to. Was it Vince? It was either Vince or just management. They didn't want, or no, I think it was Vince. They didn't want her to do like the adult content that she did, so they let her go.
Yeah, she said, I'm about this money, man. That's what she said.
Yeah, she was there, but now they literally putting adult innuendos and kissing and shit on TV now. So it's like, what was the reason? It's just Vince. Vince is a dirty bastard. I know damn well he subscribed to her account. So why is he acting like he didn't want her in the company, bro? Shut up.
He fired her but brought her OnlyFans.
Yeah,
He's her loyal fan.
he's the number one dono on her shit. He's like those weird niggas who be spending like 50K on people's shits. That's Vince.
Pics and customized videos. But let's not rag
No.
on those poor souls right now. Another segment happened that was really awesome. CM Punk, he announced he's gonna, have an announcement, whatever, before the show. He comes out, daps up the crowd, gives Samantha Irvin a real cool, real good dap.
I didn't even see that. I heard that people said that, but I didn't even see it.
Yeah, dapped him. It's even on the Hulu. On the Hulu cut, just a strong dap. It was a cool moment. It's like, yeah. CM Punk's that guy, man. And he announced that he's been cleared medically and that he wants his pound of flesh. Immediately, Drew McIntyre comes out and says, I'm going to give it to you when I feel like it at SummerSlam. Because that's when our match is going to happen. Pierce comes out, and then what happens next? What happens next?
So, and I'm trying to remember what exactly the stipulation was that Pierce said why they couldn't fight, but I think he said Pierce comes out and he says the reason that the one thing Drew is not telling you about this match is that if you put hands on each other beforehand, your match is off. I think he said
exactly. If you guys even lay a finger on one another, your match is over.
And I think he said they're going to be they're going to be suspended. And I'm like, well, why would Drew be instigating Punk trying to attack him if he wants the match? That was the one. That was the one problem I had with that. Where I was like, Drew knew this. Drew knew the backstory behind it. He wanted the match. He was just complaining the week before, give me the match, give me the match. And now he's trying to instigate him to get the match canceled.
That's a good point. That's Drew.
I was like, bro, what? But
that's Drew.
No, yeah. So he comes out and he's talking. They had a missed cue. They cued the music too early. But
right, and we talked about this is something I thought you were going to leave with this because we talked about on our last show. You said that they're going to get a special guest referee.
Yep.
And Adam Pearce says, "I have a referee problem."
Yep. He's like, I got a big problem. He's like, I got a big referee problem. But like, the music,
and then burn it down.
The music hit like right when he said,
"Yes,
referee," and I was like, bro,
burn it down.
Nonetheless, of course, it's gonna get a big pop. Um, he is a special guest referee.
Yes, Seth Rollins, special guest referee. You heard it here first at MCW. Great call by you, man. They're gonna get him involved. It might not be a triple threat, or it might be a special guest referee. That's a quote, man. That you called that, and and sure enough, Seth Rollins is a special guest referee. He has problems with Drew McIntyre for interrupting his championship match.
Mm-hmm.
He just hates CM Punk for whatever general reasons, and I expect him to have a blast at both their expenses.
Do you know why he hates Punk?
No.
So SummerSlam in I think it was 2022. The first SummerSlam. It wasn't last year's SummerSlam, but the one before that. He was talking about CM Punk, and I think it was like when CM Punk first came back to AEW, and he was like, "Oh, how do you feel about like Punk being back in wrestling? And would you see him like coming to WWE down the line?" And Punk was like, "Oh, Phil." He's like, "No." He's like, "I don't want Phil. He's a cancer. Stay away. You don't want you
Yes.
here."
I'm not really saying.
And the reason why he said that is because when Punk left WWE, he was talking about Seth, and I can't remember what exactly he called him, but he basically said like Seth was like my little brother, but he just didn't want to accept that role. He's like a bootlicker. He's an ass kisser. He knows how to schmooze to get his way to the top, basically. So Punk was basically just like shooting on him back in like 2016, 2017, that era. And just basically saying like Seth basically just does what he's told. And he's not like I don't know. I guess Punk took problems with that in a way.
So I mean, I not to say that everything CM Punk says is gospel, but
Yeah.
that's probably true. Well, Seth.
I mean, it probably is because like that was what post Shield, and that was like right when like WrestleMania time he cashed in like what 2015 at WrestleMania. I can't remember, but
Seth has been the golden boy for a minute.
yeah, the Authority, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
Monday
the
Night
whole that was the
Violence,
big Vince thing, and of course Punk had his
Monday
beef with
Night
them. So
Savior, or the Messiah. Was Monday Night Rollins and the Messiah characters, right?
he was the Architect. He was the Beast Slayer when he beat Brock. He was the Monday Night Messiah. He was the
Monday Night Rollins. That's
yeah.
probably kind of recent though.
He's always been saying that, and I think that's why he's never been on SmackDown because it just flows so well. He'll probably never be on SmackDown to be honest, because that's like literally a perfect thing for him to just say all the time. I also forgot. It just popped up on my screen that Raw's going to be on Sci-Fi tomorrow. Just a FYI, quick reminder for the next 2 weeks. I would have been lost.
Yes, for all our viewers, Sci-Fi Channel tomorrow. But don't be afraid to check out the Olympics. You know, Team USA in most sports, but Team Jamaica in all sports, baby. JA all day. We need
Really?
our yes. What track and field JA all day, baby. Beat Noah Lyles and beat Shakari Richardson, baby. Bring it back to JA. The title of the fastest man in the world. The fastest woman in the world is still Elaine Thompson. I know we're way off base, but
I don't know none of them people. I know Shikari though, if I'm saying her name right.
yeah, but Noah Lyles is new, but you know about not Elaine. I can't think of her name. Oh, Shelly Ann. Shelly Ann Fraser
No,
used to be the fastest, but
I know about LeBron, Steph Curry.
cool picture of LeBron. I know we're gonna get right back to Monday Night Raw for our viewers, but LeBron carrying the flag was pretty cool.
That's George Washington right there, going across the Delaware. Yes, sir. Leading the troops into battle.
That's LeBron James carrying the flag. It looks cool.
That's La History, James. That's La George Washington. That's La General.
The general is cool. Those other ones talk.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've been watching a lot of judo too. because you got me back into Cobra Kai, and I've been watching a lot of judo and taekwondo. They be kicking ass,
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
The girls be going. The girls went crazy. They had like the side by side today of judo, the men and women's judo, and oh my god, bro, they were. Bro, the girl, there was this girl, and she's
Better tap.
huh,
Better tap. So you better tap when you get caught.
huh?
In judo, you better tap
Oh, you
when you
have to
get
tap.
caught.
I ain't never know that. I was about to go. I was about to go to my my cousin goes to judo classes. I was gonna go, but after watching this, I'm like, damn, bro, I got too many aches and pains to be thrown around like this, bro.
You should do it. Why not? It'd be fun.
Might just stick to taekwondo. That's what I used to do.
Judo be a new challenge. Be a new challenge. Meet different type of people.
My body feels like it's 50. I don't know. I'll have to see.
You meet a fellow Brown Breaker fan.
I'm just catching strays, bro. I'm just supporting the youth.
Supporting you.
I'm just supporting the youth of the business.
So,
But
so again, great call by you about the special guest referee being Seth Rollins. What would you give this segment?
I give it an A. I will
Yes.
say though, did you see the stuff on Twitter that they're posting about Rollins, what his gear is gonna be?
Boy, it's probably gonna be a little zesty, dog.
They said it was like they had like they had like a mesh crop top referee shirt,
Yeah, I
and
can
it's like
see that.
black like solid black stripes, and then the
Mm-hmm.
mesh see through, and then he's got like the black short short.
Yeah,
I think he retweeted one of them too.
yeah, I can see that too.
And I was like, yo, this dude is
His
funny. I
thing
think
was
it's
questionable.
hmm?
He had a suit coat on and an open back to it. I'm like, it's not fashion forward, man. What are you doing? I never.
Yes, it is.
You would wear something that has your back out?
I wouldn't wear it, but it fits his character. It fits his gimmick. He's devoted to the gimmick. I think it's crazy though that how much he is devoted to it because he does say like I remember in an interview he was like, "This is very much so nothing I would wear in my normal day to day. I'm very much sweatpants and hoodies." And he's like, "But this is a new gimmick, and I figured if I'm gonna dive into it, I gotta go. I gotta give it 100%, or else I'm not gonna get the max out of it." And I was like, "I respect that."
Yeah, it should change the gimmick up.
Nah,
Man's wearing high heels and backless, backless suit coats, man. There's also no buttons in the front either. I don't know what that was. It'd be cool if it had if it was like a back though. It being backless is just crazy.
he could pull it off. He pulled it off.
No, he didn't. It looked weird.
You talking about the blue thing,
Yeah, it looked weird. It looked weird as
bro?
hell.
Pulled it off. Shawn Michaels used to wear like
Shawn Michaels had fits. Let's not do this. He had crazy fits.
he's the modern Shawn Michaels when it comes to that. He's
No,
wearing all the crop. He's wearing all the crop tops. He's wearing all that stuff that Shawn Michaels wore back then. The
nah.
fact,
Shawn
the
Michaels
fashion,
wasn't.
the fashion of today is just not what it used to be back in the '90s.
Shawn Michaels was like more alternative. This is just weird. Yeah, nah, Seth, he be wearing some weird stuff, man. And I remember his entrance at WrestleMania.
With
Weird.
the what? With the Philadelphia, what's it called?
That was Philadelphia. What?
The band. All those
That was
people dressed up.
that was that was a band.
All the people that were dressed up.
No, it wasn't a band, but yeah, all those people that were.
The Philadelphia Murmurs or something. I don't know what they're called, but that's like a tradition in Philadelphia. Jason Kelsey dressed up like that when he won the Super Bowl.
I need visual proof of these things.
Hey man, I mean, we live in this reality is not real. I think he's dressing the dress. He ain't like that in real life. I mean, when he makes appearances, yeah, but if it's a gimmick, he devoted to it. I respect it.
No,
Motherfucker,
I don't.
motherfucker,
You want
Cody was dressed up like Stardust going on roller coasters and shit,
that was fun.
hissing at niggas.
That was fun.
That's not fun.
It was a feat.
Cody hated himself. He committed to it.
Yes. But I'd much rather Seth Rollins do that than this.
Just hating ass nigga. Damn.
Yeah, that's right. That's
That's
right.
crazy.
That's right. Listen, it's like our tribal chief said. Just because you put on your wife's gear doesn't make you the man. In terms of Seth Rollins.
Let's just make one thing clear about the true tribal chief. He's never beaten Seth Rollins on a pay-per-view.
He
He
just
could,
beat him at WrestleMania.
or I should say, in a title match.
Was that like, I thought like, I'm like, just beat this guy at WrestleMania.
Yes. Prior to, never. Since like WrestleMania 31, when they were all independent. Hey man, it is what it is. Seth just doing his thing. I can't. I'm not gonna hate on the nigga because he's making way more than me. So I'm not. It is what it is. It's a gimmick and
I
it's
don't care
different.
about that.
It's different,
His fits stink. Boo.
bro. The Rock literally shit on him for wearing that shit, and then WrestleMania a whole weekend came out in some fucking flare pants, bro. Like, let's be so real.
The Rock be wearing some bullshit sometimes.
Yeah, but he hated on Seth, calling him all this shit, and then came out
And
dressed just like him, huh?
he was correct.
Huh?
He was correct. Everything The Rock said was correct about Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but he came out dressed just like him. He came out with the rip off flare pants, bro.
He came off like an old 50-year-old man and trying to look cool. that's how Seth Rollins. Man, let's move forward though. Let's move forward though.
Seth Rollins be putting the shit on, man. That's all I'm saying.
So after that segment, the Judgment Day catches up with Jey Uso. Now they're interviewing Sami Zayn,
Mm-hmm.
and mid-interview, Sami can hear, "Fight back, Jay, fight back." And Sami looks, he comes running to see what's going on. Sees that Carlito and JD McDonough are beating the hell out of Jey Uso and comes to his aid. This sets up a tag match later on in the night, and also this is what Rhea wanted. She did not want Jey Uso to be targeted. Dissension. Dissension.
Well, I think before that too, before that happened, they were all together at first, and they said let's split up to find him,
Yeah.
and then that's when Dom and Dom was like, I'll go this way, or Finn was like, you go this way, I'll go this way, and then he sends Dom down the hallway, and then Liv is hiding behind the corner,
Waiting for it.
saying like I'm tired of having to sneak around and like live like this, and he's like, bro, what are you talking about? And he says, Dom says that everything is okay, and that he and Rhea are perfect, and Liv says, that's the spirit.
That's right.
And I was like, send it up.
And then Finn shows up and she goes, that's my cue.
Yep.
And she leaves. So what did you think of the beatdown and save by the great one? The GOAT. One of the GOATs, Sami Zayn. Oh, he's one of the greatest of all time, though. Let's not do that. From El Generico to Sami Zayn? Come on. Come on.
I think there's a lot of people before him. You gotta win a world title first.
Okay.
That's it. You gotta win a world title first before I put him up there. But like same thing with Gunther. I'm not putting him up there. He's good. He's not GOAT level yet. SummerSlam he will be. But anyway, I gave the segment an A. I thought it was good. Heyman, in order to be considered one of the GOATs, you got to win a world title. Sammy's
You
been.
just compare Gunther to Sami Zayn?
I mean, yeah. What's the difference between the two?
One of them's Sami Zayn, and the other one is Gunther.
Okay, but what, How many more like championship reigns has Sammy had than Gunther to establish himself as like the guy? He had a tag team title run. He had an
This is
NXT title.
Sami Zayn's longest individual title run in
This
WWE.
this is
Yeah, just for a singles title. Yeah,
That's a goddamn shame.
exactly.
How is Gunther's better than him then?
He's been he beat Gunther for and ended his title reign.
Okay. Gunther's career on the main roster has been how long, and he already had the longest reigning, and he's already longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. And Sammy's not beating that. He's not even getting close. But lose at SummerSlam.
You see how they book Gunther and how he talks about Damian Priest and other people.
And he talked about Sami Zayn the exact same way.
But do you see what Vince and them reward? Sami Zayn is fighting for Palestine. Like they don't show him no love. So like Sami Zayn was protesting. He's put on for Syria, fighting for people who have less. They turned him to a conspiracy theory guy.
When
Remember that when they made his
that
character?
wasn't because of that wasn't because of like the stuff going on now though.
It was this, yeah. Well, it was related to that. He was protesting and stuff. Vince was like, "I'm like a conspiracy theorist person."
I mean, it makes sense. He was protesting shit in the WWE. I don't Sammy's I don't see. I'm not speaking on jack shit about what's going on in protesting and shit because I don't pay attention to it, and I really don't care to, even if it's stuff that happens in the U.S. You ain't gonna be on the one inside of either thing anyway. So I'm just kind of like,
Well, I'm just saying, why Sammy's been booked the way he's been booked. They don't really rock him like that.
I think Sammy was booked that way because I mean, but they booked Sammy with the bloodline too. He had good bookings. He was great with the bloodline. They put him from being that into the bloodline.
Sam, well, not to make this a whole Sami Zayn cast, but he's great with no matter what he does. The go, but after the Judgment Day segment, I also give it an A. Also give it an A. We had an incredible 6-man tag match. Otis, Tozawa,
Please tell me you're being sarcastic.
a little bit, and Xavier Woods all team up to fight against the New Testament, which seems to be getting bigger and bigger. Like, there's 5 of them now. Like, I was just like, so is it 5 of you? I guess so.
Yeah, but there's only 3 competitors, 2 managers.
Right.
They really
So
they don't need everybody that they have.
it's like, yeah, real gang, man. It's really, it's really 5-on-3. You guys are they're real serious about this winning stuff. So the match happens. Look, entertaining match. Woods eats the pin off of F5, which I thought was very interesting. Karrion Kross busting out Brock Lesnar's move.
No F5. No F5. No, no, no. It's a variation of it.
F3?
It's
F3 and a half.
It's like F1. It's basically the same thing. He just doesn't he just swings them. I know because he did that at the Royal Rumble too. Before was that before the whole Brock thing? I don't know if it was, but I don't know. I think I first saw him do that like in the Royal Rumble match, and I was like, what the fuck? But Amen. I mean, somebody's gotta pick up a new move, add it to their move set.
right? But that happened. But then afterwards, after that happens, Otis, oh well, Chad Gable comes out, right? Chad Gable comes out with his new family, the Creed brothers. The new Alpha Academy comes out. He
Mhm.
chastises Otis, chastises Tozawa. Otis says enough of this. You're just coming out here to berate me. Starts brawling with them, gets the upper hand for a brief moment, then gets beat down by the numbers game. It's 3-2, and he just had a match. Gets beat down.
Mhm.
It looks like they're gonna put some real hurting on our guy Otis, and then
Then the whole
let me
thing was saved.
I'm not near my lights. I'll turn them off right now. Special effects. In
Um,
fact,
I very much enjoyed. I very much enjoyed that part of of the match last segment.
yes,
Chad Gable sold the hell out of that system, Abigail.
yes.
That was
And
the only positive thing I got from that whole match and everything. I give it a C plus.
so you didn't like Otis
No,
saying enough with Chad Gable?
I I said mid story and not interested. TBH.
Ooh, well, I'm still interested in Otis and Tozawa and Maxine. I'm still
I'm
interested.
interested in that, but it's just
Yeah,
like I'm not interested because the Final Testament is involved in it. I'm not interested. And Xavier Woods is a part of the Final Testament feud, and it's like I'm not interested.
Final Testament is rough.
I,
When they're
it's,
feuding against Street Profits, it was rough because they're real consistent, and they're just like,
I'm just very like I'm not interested.
I can't, I can't argue that point with the Final Testament being involved and stuff. But I like the segment though. I give it a B plus. Really, and again, it's the Y6 coming.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Academy's not dead, and the new Alpha Academy. We're gonna see how it plays out. How they're gonna really play themselves out. How it's gonna go down when they finally have a match, which not at SummerSlam unfortunately, but hopefully soon we get to see these guys wrestle.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be SummerSlam now. Why would you? I mean the card is basically filled already. There's no point in adding anything else. And if you're not putting Jacob Fatu and Tamatanga in a card, don't put the White Six versus the Gables and whatever they're going to be called because that's a bigger name anyway. So it's like I don't see where they fit. I don't see where the White Six fits. I don't see where they fit into the whole like I don't know. I think they're just gonna have a debut match on Raw maybe. I think
We're gonna
SummerSlam would
see
have
where
been
they fit. I think to your point, that's a great. Where do they fit along the card? How are they gonna do? Like, what are they gonna do?
because
To
like
your point,
with all the PLE cards, it's very like they would just be like pre-show, but like you don't want to put them on the pre-show either because that's just not good for their development either. Because I don't really watch the pre-show. I only tune in when the show starts.
dog. Do you remember when pay-per-views were like 6 hours long with the pre-show matches? Then like 8 matches on. It's like, dog. There's no fucking way.
There was one WrestleMania where it was like 7 hours. It started at like 3 p.m., lasted until like 11 o'clock, and I was like, bro, I'm
Was it
so
was the
over
main
it.
event Roman Reigns versus Triple H?
Uh, could have been, or it might have been the Mania where it was the three women who main evented. I don't know, or it might have been yeah, it might have been the triple threat main event. But it was I think it was right before they went to 2 nights.
Yeah, that 7-hour
Yeah,
disaster made him realize this is crazy.
yeah. That shit was rough. Rough. I could not.
Well, speaking of WrestleMania, Sheamus made his presence felt. Um, no. Sheamus made his presence felt.
Wait, what?
We had a Bronson Reed versus Pete Dunne match, and Sheamus is just like, nah, no one wants to see this actually. He was correct. I was like, man, we're gonna do this again. And thank God Sheamus came and beat them both up. Surprisingly. Then that was it. Then we have a triple threat, it looks like, between
She interviewed it. Well, no, because she interviewed him backstage, and Sheamus threw the challenge and said against Pete, and he said, well, "Let's see who the real bruiserweight is," because that's
yeah.
Pete's nickname. So I'm like, y'all really just wasted. Y'all could have just done this last week, bro. When Pete came out and like attacked Sheamus and everything, y'all could have just speed the story up, bro. Because I do not care about this at all.
I care a little bit. Sheamus is cool. Bronson Reed's my guy. I want to see what happens with Bronson Reed because, like, just to have him as like a sacrificial person in this thing's kind of crazy. But,
Yeah. And the thing too is like, why are you like Pete Dunne just attacked Sheamus last week and then let Bronson Reed attack Sheamus too afterwards? So he's clearly not really a babyface. So why are you putting a heel versus a heel that just helped the heel attack the person that he doesn't like in a match just for Sheamus to come out and attack both of them? I was like, bro, it's stupid, but I gave it a B because it was over quick.
oh, you're kind. I gave it a C plus because but just don't tease the match. Just have them fight backstage.
Yeah, exactly that too. I was like, this could have just been a backstage. It was a waste. It was literally a waste.
It could have been a before. You know what they could have done? They could have done pre-show.
Like they're arriving in the arena.
Yeah, they could
Yeah,
have done that.
yeah,
And just showed it in the middle of Raw.
yeah.
They, yeah, man. So let's do what they did and let's move forward. Oh, oh, and this leads to so then the Judgment Day. So the interview, like you said, that happens. What happens right before then, and it's you can tell it's a whole new show, man. Like everything's connected, everything's concise. So Rhea, they report back to Rhea to Judgment Day, right?
Mm.
Carlito, being honest Abe, lets her know exactly what happens. Yeah, we went after Jay. We were beating him up, and then he got help from Sami Zayn. To the point where JD's like, you don't have to always tell the truth, man. You got to tell her exactly what happened, how it went down. But
Yeah.
again, dissension. Why wouldn't he tell the truth? These more people, right?
I mean,
So,
Finn literally is like that's the thing too, where he's like, why would he tell the truth? Because Damien's been keeping it from him. Rhea just came back and she's bossing them around of like what to and what not to do.
mm-hmm.
Finn took it upon himself and he was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of being disrespected around here. I talked to Pierce. I got a match tonight, me and JD versus Sammy and Jay, and I got a match next week against Gunther.
Dissension. Dissension. Finn Balor moving like a boss, moving like I'm a champion. A champion.
But Rhea bitches him, and she goes, "Yeah, that's fine and all, but I told you guys not to go after Jey Uso." And I was like, bro.
She completely dismisses his match next week too. It's like doesn't even mention it.
Yep, he said, he's like, he literally started by saying, like, he was like, I'm taking on Gunther next week, and if he really thinks that the judge, he can call the Judgment Day trash, I'm gonna wipe the mat with him. She's like, yeah, that's great and all. And I was like, yo.
Exactly.
And she just completely cuts him off, shuts him down, and she was like, I told you guys not to touch Jey, so now Sami Zayn is involved. And she's like, Finn, Dom, where were you when this was going on too? And Carlito goes, maybe you should ask Liv Morgan. I'm like, bro.
Rhea grabs Dom. I was like, where are we going, mommy? To the ring. And then magic happens. happens?
This shit's getting.
Magic, Jordan, magic.
This is getting a little. It's getting a little too.
Huh?
It's getting a little too. Like damn, bro, for me.
Nah, we're just getting to the juicy part, man.
It's like
So
I cannot wait for this shit to just blow up now, bro.
that's why the payoff's gonna be crazy. So they get out to the ring. Liv Morgan's she demands Liv Morgan, my Rhea Ripley demands for Liv Morgan to show herself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, come out here, come out here. Liv Morgan, her music plays. She shows up in the stands behind them. Just 2 steps ahead of you, man. 2 steps ahead. But then Dominic says, I need a moment. I need to speak. I have something on my chest. I need to speak. And before you can get it out, Liv Morgan's like, listen, Rhea, people like Dom don't go for girls that look like you. And she says, and I quote, gorgeous men like Dominic go for girls that look like me. And I'm like, wow. That's exactly what Tiffany Stratton tries to pull off and can't. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Long live Morgan. The revenge tour nonstop. All gas, no brakes. But then Dominic sets well, he sets everything on fire, man. Can you
Bro,
tell people what Dominic does after that?
the
What
Liv
Dirty
go.
Dom Mysterio does after Liv Morgan drops bars on Rhea Ripley's head.
Liv goes, Dom, it's okay. You can say it. I just want you to say those three little words. Dominic goes, you want me to say those three little words?
Dominic.
And he goes, I hate you, Liv.
4 words, buddy.
I'm like, bro.
He's like, I can't stand you. You're so stupid. I was like,
Mhm.
you start speaking in Spanish.
Yep.
I was just like, come on.
Yep. And I was just like, bro. Liv sold it too. Her little lip quivering and
Yes. I
starting
mean,
this.
Dominic ripped into her. He was
Yeah.
saying, calling all types of names. You're stupid.
You ruined my
Dumb.
life. You ruined everything.
Rhea. I love Rhea. I love mommy.
He said, I hate you, Liv. You've done nothing but ruin my life and make everything worse.
Which is the exact opposite of what she's done. From the
Yep.
Nuggies to the PS5 that they're still playing to getting the first win over your dad. She made your life better. Rocked your world.
You would have been texting Rhea if she made your life worse, buddy. You would have let Rhea know what was going on if she made your life worse. You would have figured that drawn out from the jump.
So was this a pre-planned thing between Dom and Liv to lull Rhea into a false sense of security?
I think it was a.
Because at the second, Rhea licks Dominic.
I think it was a planned thing between Finn and Liv. And then because Liv said that she started to fall for Dominic afterwards, and then maybe once she started to help Dominic, see that's the thing though. I don't know. They could have just been Liv and Dom from the jump too, but like, who knows? But I will say I did rewatch the first segment where Rhea first got injured. Oh my god, I didn't see it at first, but then like you can watch it back, and you can literally see like her whole shoulder just separated like right back here, and I was like, oh, and I was like, damn, that is crazy.
When Rhea Ripley got injured,
yeah,
good.
I didn't see it at first. Relax, bro.
She hurt Liv Morgan.
Okay, relax.
Good. I'm happy Liv Morgan put her on the shelf. Gave her that receipt. Gave her that receipt. The Liv Morgan stand account over here, buddy.
Yeah, I could tell. What's in your closet? A bunch of Revenge Tour shirts and Watch Me shirts? Jesus Christ.
Listen, I might have a Watch Me tattoo in a place I can't.
No. No. You lost. I like Liv Morgan. You lost. I would say the one off topic, but the one wrestling tattoo I want to get is the Bray Wyatt logo. That's the only wrestling related tattoo.
Which tattoo is that?
It's like a
Either a Worlds or
it's I don't know if you've seen it's the one that Braun Strowman has. It's still his most recent logo. The logo where it shows it looks like a bumblebee, but it's not. I think it's supposed to be a firefly, and it has like the lightning bolts that are kind of coming off of it too.
I'll look it up. It sounds interesting.
If you look up like Braun Strowman Bray Wyatt tattoo, it'll show like exactly like what it looks like as a tattoo. But yeah, I mean, I gave this segment an A minus. I don't know why I gave it an A minus, so I'll just bump it up to an A.
Yeah.
Why did I give it an A minus? There's something in here I might not have fucked with. I think it might have just been like the whole like, yeah, I'll give it an A because I think it might have just been like the fact that Rhea's just come back to be rude as hell.
I give it an A as well. They really sold this. This is cinema at this point. It's cinema, the best thing going on Raw, one of the best things in wrestling. The storyline. I loved it. I love Liv selling it. I love Dominic saying the exact opposite of what's really on his heart, obviously. And then I love Rhea, eating it all up and licking Dom, showing possession and favor towards Dom. And Dom
we didn't even get to that. We didn't even get to that.
What?
We stopped at her grabbing his hair. She literally grabbed his hair, pulled his shit back,
and licked him.
Whispered in his ear,
and licked him.
Full on licked his face and then plants a kiss. I was like, damn, bro. Buddy is at home sick.
Buddy Murphy, yeah, he is.
But Buddy's at home sick. Dom's wife is at home sick. Oh my God. And Liv Morgan is just out here single, living her best life. That's crazy.
Right. Listen, WWE couples, WWE love life is its own. We could do a whole podcast about it.
Oh wait, I forgot to include this whole goofy ass thing that is now since been deleted. I don't know if I sent it to you. Rikishi.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah,
we talked about this. Did we talk about this?
Yeah, Rikishi and Jay Uso, right? His marriage.
Yeah.
Impacted by.
Yeah, like how I think I texted it to you.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro.
Rikishi's
dumbass up.
He's trying to be Joe Rogan. I'm gonna just say crazy stuff to go viral, or maybe Joe Button. He's trying to be one of those two. Though.
I mean, he deleted it though.
Of course,
because he knows he's damn wrong, and he probably got so much backlash. And Jay was probably like, "Bro, shut your ass up, home. Shut your ass up, goose."
No, shut your ass up, yeet.
Fuck you talking about? Goofy as hell, bro. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Dumbest thing I've ever.
Listen, Rikishi
trying to break up his marriage. He's married. Rhea's married. Dom is married. The only person who's not married is Liv. I could see if you were getting him into a story with Liv, the only single person on the roster.
I thought you were
only single person, but like somebody who.
Rikishi's the only one not married here.
Huh?
They're gonna say Rikishi's the only one that's not married here.
I don't know if he is or isn't.
Right.
But it's like, bro, be so for real. Be so for real. Like, you've worked in this damn business before, bro. You don't know, like, this ain't a Matt Hardy Edge Lita sort of thing, bro. Like,
yeah,
both people in this are married. Both people involved in the storyline are married, and he's like, they better not have them tongue kissing. God forbid they have them tongue kissing on TV, bro. Nobody's doing that, bro. As long as Rhea and Dom have been together on TV, they're both married, and they have not done that. So why would they do that with Jay and Rhea? Stop being stupid. Stop saying shit for attention. Go back to your little island of loneliness, because it ain't relevant, because you're trying to stay relevant. Relax, Oos. It's okay. It's okay. You got your 5 minutes of fame, but it's not the fame you wanted, so then you had to delete your podcast.
Right. He's not figurative. He's literally trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Whatever I gotta say.
And he's like, "Well, y'all don't want to put him in the world title, so you put him with mommy? What he don't mean nothing to you, bro? Shut up, shut up, shut the fuck up."
Uh, well, we
Fucking,
both like
I
that.
did it for The Rock, head ass. Shut your ass. Shut your ass up.
Right. Rikishi, you heard it here from MCW podcast. Shut up, Bruce. Shut
Yes,
up.
sir.
Let
Respectfully,
Jay be great.
respectfully, shut your ass.
Yeah,
Watch from home like the rest of us.
that's right. So we both like this segment, and this leads up to our main event of the night. Tag team champions, Judgment Day Zone, Finn Balor and JD McDonough versus Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. And before the match, Gunther had another like video segment that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing. Just showing the El General and all his winningest ways and glory. How vicious he is.
There was the Z match, the Z versus Z match, but I fell asleep for most of it. The Zelina and Zoe match. I fell asleep for most of it.
Oh boy.
But I mean it was cool the way they ended it. I give it a B minus because it was, from what I saw. I woke up and Zoe targeted the arm, and then she had the arm brace, and then she used the arm plate brace, whatever,
Right.
the
I
weapon.
heard her.
Cool. It was
Yes.
over quick. Got on to the next match.
Those are relatively quick. Also, outside interference, so
Yeah.
it was itself. It was just almost like at this point you're just asking for trouble. Just find bring a man from LWO out there with you. Like do something. But then Lyra came down and Casey Square came down. And I really love that they did that because sometimes when they have a match earlier in the night, they pretend they can't do anything else. It's like, no, you can still move around.
Yeah.
Go help Zelina out. It's 3-on-1. Like, don't let these girls just run. Don't let the MMA just run the division. And sure enough, that once they had a numbers advantage, they lost. So I really like that. I didn't give it that high though because it's Zelina and Zoe Stark. So I give it a C. C plus.
Yeah, I mean, I probably gave it too high of a rating too. I really.
You literally fell asleep.
Yeah, it's like a D. It's like a solid D plus.
There's a little bit of NyQuil before the main event. Get you charged up. So the main event happens, and to your point earlier this podcast, you're saying that Sami Zayn and Jey Uso dapped each other up, did their secret handshake from before, and that led to them taking control early in the match, and eventually pulling off the upset. I didn't think they were gonna win, but they did. And it's like, dang, having a tag champion.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna win either because if Judgment Day loses, you're pinning one of the tag team champions. I thought Jay was just gonna eat the pin. I thought Jay would be the most likely person to eat the pin because Sammy's the Intercontinental Champion, and you don't need to have that become a thing either. Really don't need that at all. So I was like, damn, bro, like they really just pinned the tag team champions.
Right, and there's not the awesome truth. This is the Judgment Day. They just pinned.
Yeah, like Awesome Truth is completely understandable if they get pinned. Completely understandable. Either one of them. But
give a stat like on our first and second podcast. The Miz has the most losses ever. It's crazy.
And he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's the craziest back and forth you could ever have in your career. The most losses, but you're a first ballot Hall of Famer and a 2-time Grand Slam champion. Wild.
He's done everything twice.
Yep. I'm almost 100%. He won both. He won the spinner title and the world heavyweight title when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase again. He won
the U.S. belt twice.
U.S. belt twice. I'm pretty sure he won the Intercontinental. I think he's an 8-time Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, IC title. That's the one thing I know for a fact.
Tag team titles. Tag team titles. He was with John Morrison, Big Show.
Yeah.
Like everybody. R-Truth. So He's had a
One
lot.
point Dolph Ziggler, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
No? Cleveland
No,
boys, no?
but he's had
Good.
a lot of
Yeah.
yeah. He's up
But
there.
but back to the main event. It was a good match, solid match. Jaden McDonough. It's always cool when he gets offense in. He does a Spanish fly spot, and he sells really well.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic was out there doing what it do, and I can't remember, but I am kind of certain. Did like Strowman come out?
No,
No,
I don't think. I don't think so. No.
no, I guess he didn't. But yeah, so you're thinking that this may lead to Jay and Sammy going to SmackDown
That's what I'm hoping.
to fight the Bloodline.
I don't think it'll be an immediate thing. I might think it.
Right.
It might take time. I mean, like it. They should at least like make an appearance on like PLEs, like SummerSlam. Because like, bro, we all know you're in the back. Like, let's be real. We all know you're in the back. So if Roman comes back and Jimmy comes back and they're going up against Solo and all of them, it would be pretty cool if Sammy and Jay came out too and they had that standoff and then they could kind of plant seeds. But at the same time, it's like I get why they would want to like hold off on it for now because it is like a ways away from SummerSlam too, and
I would much.
They still have two, or not SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and they have two PLEs to build beforehand anyway.
So to your point, like you don't want Cody involved in the Bloodline. I would much rather have Cody involved and the big belt involved than Sammy be involved and the IC belt be
I,
tangled up.
I see Belt wouldn't be tangled up. Sammy's gonna lose it, and they're not gonna switch titles because they're not gonna bring it on SmackDown because then they'd have to send the United States champion to Raw if they were to do that. And I don't think they're gonna. Sammy's gonna lose the title at SummerSlam. I don't think they're gonna keep running him with the. I think he's gonna have to lose the title because then he's gonna have to go to. I think they're gonna involve him because it's also like you give him such a dominant like, yeah, like Cody's like been tag team champion with Jay, but Sammy was in War Games with the Bloodline. Like Sammy was with them in the thick of it against Cody.
So after Sammy retains, and let's say Sammy does retain, I don't see that. I don't see how he gets involved directly like that, even though he was part of them before. But if he doesn't retain, that would open it up. But man, that would be really whack. Braun Breaker as IC title champion, as IC champion, would be really whack. It's way too soon for that. Let him have a WrestleMania.
Why is that way too soon? But Ethan Page is the goddamn NXT champion, bro. Come on.
Because NXT does that.
Fuck no. Get that goofy shit out of here.
Because you know why it's not too soon for Ethan Page? Ethan Page uses this up here. He's just not.
Ethan Page is not using that. The reason why is because Shawn Spears held Trick Williams' foot. It's not because it's ego, it's because Trick Williams knocked him out onto a body. He had nothing to do with it. Listen, man, the Sami Zayn train that you are on is going to be derailed and explode into a fiery ball.
Explode is crazy.
It's gonna be like that train derailment where it spilled all that shit in Ohio. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna derail and it's gonna.
Speaking of Ohio, it's in Cleveland. That's a whole other thing. It's in Cleveland too.
It's going to derail. Braun Breaker is going to cause that train to derail, and Braun Breaker will be the new Intercontinental Champion. If you don't think they're going to strap a rocket on Braun Breaker after he just closed out 2 Monday Night Raws back-to-back standing tall, you're tweaking.
Yeah.
Tweaking.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident actually.
I'll bet everything that I own, all of my earthly possessions, that Braun Breaker wins this match. Because if he doesn't, then what the fuck is the point of making him so big and bad again? There's no fucking point. Triple H should just fucking shoot himself in the ear and call it a day and just retire.
Boo, 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 scorching hot.
If Sami Zayn, bro, I'm telling, because it literally, like, the storytelling doesn't make sense. It makes no fucking sense. If Sami Zayn wins again, why are you dick riding Braun Breaker?
I mean,
to be so dominant and have the ref stop your goddamn matches.
Yeah,
that's only for him to, like, and it's not like he doesn't care about the championship. He does. Like, he does.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker does care about the champions. That's why he's like faking, like, I know I don't deserve a rematch. Damn, Spear. Because you know Sammy's going to be like, you'll get your rematch. When I said that, if Braun Breaker didn't care about the IC title, it would be completely different. If he was just hell bent on, like, breaking everybody, no pun intended, and just causing, like, complete havoc, wreckage, whatever you want to call it, that would make sense. But Braun Breaker clearly does care about the title, because he made it a point to be like, I understand I don't deserve another rematch at this championship. And I was thinking, and then he
speared Sami out of his shoe.
Exactly. To make sure that it's literally the point of Sami being like, I'll give you your rematch. Sami literally said he underestimated him, but he beat him with one Helluva Kick. And then Braun just been kicking his ass every single week ever since. If Braun Breaker loses again, what the fuck are we doing?
Telling a long-term story. It's gonna be beautiful. When he matures, uses this up here, like all ego and all the other cool heels that I love.
No.
Yes, but for the main event, what would you give this match? We already
I give it an A.
Okay, I give it an A as well. How did you feel about the Braun? So it's an A for me as well, because the Braun Breaker coming out and spearing Sami.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not like I don't mind it. I just think it'd be fucking stupid if he lost again to have that. That's my only thing. If you're gonna keep putting him over and close the show out twice, don't fucking make him look like a soft ass bitch and who gets hit with one Helluva Kick. Stop that goofy shit.
Well, so for Monday Night Raw, what type of grade would you give it?
I gave it a B plus.
B plus. A minus for me. Ooh. Oh no! I'll keep talking. Keep us going. A minus for me. Is the screen okay?
Yeah. Hey, crush my finger in the process.
We're recording live, baby. We're recording live.
Yes, sir.
So, you want to cut this here, then do SmackDown, or just do SmackDown the same thing?
Yeah, we can cut it here.
All right. So this is our Monday Night Raw segment.
This will be it'll be back-to-back uploads. Well, back-to-back uploads. I'm uploading 3 videos in the span of, well, it might be 4 in a row, because I'm going to be uploading 1 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then we're planning on recording Raw tomorrow, and I'm going to upload tomorrow night too, hopefully.
We're gonna get a regular schedule for our loyal listeners out there, so you can definitely catch this Monday Night Raw at Metro City Wrestling Podcast, MCW Podcast at Twitter. And you can also catch us at YouTube under the same thing, Metro City Wrestling Podcast. We have our videos up. Please check them out.
Been doing everything we can. We hit a few snags just because life happens.
Listen,
Few
we had
set.
a banger. We had a 2 hour, 40-minute banger.
Oh God.
Be erased.
Two and or not even a race, but your whole section just completely not even recorded, even though it's supposed to record both from on my end, and we haven't had a problem with it since. Hopefully this session is okay too. We're only gonna find out once we once we stop the recording. But
Well, you want to stop it now and then go back into it, or what do you want to do?
yeah, I say we could stop it. I'm gonna make sure it uploads first.
All right.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in for part one of this two-part episode. Honestly, I'll probably put it at two parts. This is part one, and part two will be SmackDown. Yeah, we'll catch y'all literally in the next video. All right,
Yes, sir.
doses.
Peace.